Hi, this is Jacob Baugh, Jacob's Ladder with Team Cardhoarder. We're here for the wrap up after our league sets. We managed to win 0 games with this handy brew. Happens a lot. You have to test stuff to know where it stands in the format, so it's definitely a learning experience. But I got pretty unlucky drawing a lot of lands in some of my matches, but I do think this deck is inherently flawed, so I'm definitely going to go back to the drawing boards with this one. Uh, you definitely need to play something like Dynamo Tower to remove the creatures permanently. You can't just have them sitting around and just refilling their hand every turn. The Thing in the Ices are probably better in the sideboard. Uh, After they're basically not showing to your opponent, they'll hopefully board out the removal like the original plan was with Dynamo Tower. Dynamo Tower is much better in game one, but post board your opponent will most likely board in some way to kill it, so you can make the swap for Thing in the Ice, which is one of the popular strategies of the Pro Tour, which is where I came up with part of the ideas for this deck. But Engulf the Shore is a good card, but I don't think you can go straight into it. You have to probably play red like the Pro Tour decks did, or maybe try a white deck with the dual land and maybe some Evolving Wilds to help yourself get enough islands, because you really don't want to get past when you have Thing in the Ice. You don't want to get to 8 islands anyways. I ran into that issue a few times where I just going to be bouncing my Thing in the Ice with my Engulf, and that's not what I want to be doing really ever. And not having enough cheap spells for Thing in the Ice. Red gives you a lot of looting effects, which is nice to help you mitigate the flooding, which I definitely had a lot of problems with. So maybe it's better to just stay out there in that route and maybe give up and Engulf the Shores, even though I think it's very good right now. But I wasn't applying enough pressure to my opponent to take advantage of it. So maybe I have to work in a different way to make this work. Maybe with artifacts and Colossus is maybe something you can do instead of going for the Thing in the Ass strategy. I still like Gearhulk. I would still probably play some, but maybe some Cranes and work down that route and see how that works. But the original strategy, I think that this was tried to take advantage of, is not something that really works. But we'll see if we can improve on it in the future, and see you next week.